Lakers win Game 2 with formula that no other team can possibly compete with. The Los Angeles Lakers entered Game 2 of their first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves with their backs against the wall. Minnesota took a commanding 1-0 lead by blitzing Los Angeles and never looking back, ultimately securing a 117-95 win. During a significantly more competitive Game 2, the Lakers relied on what got them to the dance, and won 94-85 in a game that legitimized their grand ambitions. Los Angeles finished the 2024-25 regular season in the top half of the NBA in both three-point field goals made and three-point field goal percentage. Although not an elite team in that area, they created efficient shots and buried them at an impressive rate. During Game 2 against the Timberwolves, however, the Lakers couldn't seem to remember how to shoot from beyond the arc. Los Angeles finished Game 2 shooting 6 of 29 from beyond the arc, good for a mark of 20.7%. It was difficult to watch, as the Lakers' dependable shooters looked lost whenever they were tasked with spacing the floor. When all else failed, however, the Lakers were able to trust that their formula for success remains unrivaled: play through Luka Doncic, finish through LeBron James. Doncic saved the day in Game 2, pacing the Lakers through 3 quarters on a night when few others could get anything going. He finished with 31 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and a block, applying and sustaining pressure on the Timberwolves' defense from start to finish. It was the gutsy performance that the Lakers expected when they traded for him, and have now been rewarded for positioning him to provide. James' showing included ebbs and flows, but he stepped up when Los Angeles needed him most. He finished with 21 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, and a steal, scoring 6 of the Lakers' mere 13 points in the fourth quarter. That included what effectively amounted to a clinching bucket with 2:40 on the clock. He then assisted Doncic with 49.0 seconds remaining, thus putting an end to the Timberwolves' comeback and securing a crucial Game 2 win. It was a clutch showing by the Lakers' franchise players on a night when others continued to struggle. Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves admittedly took a step forward overall, combining for 27 points on 11 of 23 shooting, but they also shot a cumulative 0 of 8 from beyond the arc. Thankfully, they helped spearhead a dominant defensive effort that positioned Doncic and James to take over as only superstars can. It was a grind of a game from beginning to end, with neither team allowing the opposition to generate offensive momentum. That was a welcome change from Game 1, when the Timberwolves scored 117 points on .512/.500/.800 shooting. Los Angeles desperately needs to figure out how to generate efficient offense, but when all else fails, Doncic and James have the capacity to be an unrivaled duo. LeBron James reveals exact moment he knew Timberwolves were in trouble. The Los Angeles Lakers knew that losing was not an option on Tuesday night. They came into Game 2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves down 1-0 in their NBA playoffs opening round series after LA suffered a disappointing 117-95 blowout loss in Game 1. LeBron James and company were on a mission on Tuesday, and they made sure that they would be able to tie the series before it shifts to Minnesota for Game 3 and 4. James registered 21 points on 8 of 19 shooting, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal, a block and 1 triple in 40 minutes of action as he helped lead the Lakers to a 94-85 win. The NBA's all-time leading scorer spoke to reporters after the game, and one of the questions he was asked was about his team's positive response following their Game 1 loss. According to James, they already knew after Monday's practice that they were going to play well in Game 2. "We knew yesterday at practice," LeBron said, via team beat reporter Ryan Ward of Lakers Nation. "We had a tough practice yesterday. We went at it yesterday, and it was one of the best practices we had all year. We kind of knew coming out of that with this position. We had to watch film before practice, and it wasn't good, and form was not good at all, so we're all competitors and that's what we want to do. As James said, the Lakers had an excellent practice session on Monday, and they pretty much knew by then that they were going to give the Wolves a lot of trouble in Game 2. It was mission accomplished for the Lakers on Tuesday night, but they will still need to win at least one game in Minnesota to reclaim home court advantage in this series. The Timberwolves are not going to make it easy for them, especially after losing in Game 2. Lakers trade proposal lands $97 million center for Luka Doncic. With the Los Angeles Lakers looking for a center upgrade in the offseason, one name has been floated as a potential trade candidate: Nick Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets. Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz proposed a trade that would send Claxton to the Lakers to become Luka Doncic's lob partner and, at the same time, provide rim protection. Swartz's trade proposal: Claxton, 26, would be a big upgrade over Hayes. He's a potential defensive anchor who blocked 1.4 shots per game and held opponents to a solid 58.7% shooting at the rim this season, to go along with 10.3 points and 7.8 rebounds per game, Swartz wrote. The 26-year-old Claxton fits the Lakers' timeline with Doncic, the new face of their franchise, and is a major upgrade from Jackson Hayes, who will enter unrestricted free agency after this season. Claxton will enter the second season of a descending 4-year, $97 million deal. He is due for $25.3 million next season, and it decreases by $2 million as the salary cap increases, making it one of the best value contracts. The Lakers and the Nets have been recently involved in a trade this season, centering on Dorian Finney-Smith. There would be no problem going back to the negotiating table again if the Lakers pinpoint Claxton as their long-term answer at center. While Connect could be a nice rebuilding piece for the Nets, Swartz's proposal, though, did not include the Lakers' 2031 first-round pick, which they offered in the rescinded Mark Williams trade. The Nets will certainly ask for it as the starting point of a potential Claxton trade. The 6'11" Claxton's numbers dipped this season: 10.3 points, 7.4 rebounds, 2.2 assists and 1.4 blocks, as the Nets tanked for the draft lottery. But he was at his best when he played alongside two future NBA Hall of Famers Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. In their final season together in 2022-23, Claxton averaged 12.6 points, 9.2 rebounds, and a career-high 2.5 blocks per game. He also shot a career-best 70.5% from the field, feasting on lobs from the Nets' former stars. Playing with Doncic, Austin Reeves, and presumably LeBron James, who has a player option for next season, will undoubtedly revitalize Claxton if the Lakers trade for him. The Lakers will have plenty of cheaper centers available in the free agent market, which include Atlanta's Clint Capella, Minnesota's Naz Reid, player option, Milwaukee's Brook Lopez, Indiana's Miles Turner, and champion centers Al Horford of Boston and Golden State's Kevin Looney. Turner is the obvious top choice, but the Lakers do not have the cap room unless James declines his $52.6 million player option and signs elsewhere, which is unlikely happening. A sign-and trade with Turner is possible, but the Lakers need to give up rotation players to match salaries, and besides, they only have their 2031 first-round selection and 2 pick swaps to potentially offer Indiana. But Rob Pelinka pulled off the Doncic trade and nearly traded for Williams. Anything is possible for the Lakers.